positive win-loss ratio achieved for the very first time in Test history. While Rohit Sharma and company emerged a jubilant lot, so did Indian cricket complete an entire circle. At the very venue where they first tasted a Test win, did India achieve a new high. 92 years since their inception, India finally have more wins than losses in Test cricket. But how did India spin a positive twist to their tale? India took nearly 2 decades to register their first Test win against England in Chennai. But even until a decade later did they not have 10 Test wins to their name, reaching the milestone only in 1965. Maiden series wins against New Zealand in 1968, West Indies and England in 1971 followed, but India were far from being a formidable force. For more than 2 decades, India hadn't won a Test series abroad until beating Sri Lanka in 1993. By the end of the 20th century, India's Test record read 63 wins, 112 losses and 160 draws. The 21st century marked the start of a new beginning for Team India under Sourav Ganguly. Of these, the win at the Eden Gardens is now part of cricketing folklore. Dravid also played a key role in the win in Pakistan, leading the side in 2 of the 3 tests in Ganguly's absence. Under Ganguly, India had won tests in every overseas test-playing nation back then, barring New Zealand. Dravid extended that feat in 2007, leading India to a Test series win in England, having also done that in the West Indies a year earlier. Kumble bridged the Dravid to Dhoni transition with the series win against Pakistan at home in 2007 and the historic win at Perth in 2008. India rose to the number 1 ranking for the very first time in 2009, a spot they held on to until August 2011. By the end of 2010, India's record in tests read an improved 109 wins, 139 losses and 198 draws. India grew many-fold as a white ball giant under MS Dhoni, winning all ICC titles on offer. From winning the T20 World Cup in 2007, the ODI World Cup in 2011 and the Champions Trophy in 2013, Dhoni had conquered it all. But the major blot of overseas dominance in Test cricket still remained unfulfilled. Under Dhoni, India won just 6 of their 30 tests abroad before reaching the nadir in 2012. While India lost 8 straight tests away from home against England and Australia, England beat India 2-1 in India to inflict their first series defeat at home since losing to Australia in 2004 and 5. If Dhoni's stint revolutionized India's white ball dominance, Virat Kohli did so in red ball cricket. Kohli started out by becoming the first player in history to score 300s in his first 3 innings as captain. He ended with 20 centuries in his 68 test matches, only second behind Graeme Smith for most test runs as captain. But while the legend of his batting grew, so did the need to pick up 20 wickets on a regular basis. batting depth was replaced by a 5-bowler theory. While the likes of Ishant, Bhuvneshwar, Umesh, Ashwin, Jadeja and Shami began under Dhoni, they matured under Kohli. Coupled with the arrival of Bumrah, Siraj, Aksar and Kuldeep, it led to the rise of New India.
I think when Ravi Shastri said, take the pitch out of the equation, I think it was a very, very important statement in Indian Test cricket. And I say that because India have been travelling for a while abroad and we have been in part successful but never the full package. I think in these last 4-5 years, we have definitely been better travellers, especially in the Sena countries, which has obviously in many ways been very alien to the way we play our cricket. A lot of credit must be given to Virat Kohli as well. I think this statement can only be made if he knew there was a captain who believed in that statement. And I think Virat Kohli walked the walk and talked the talk in those kind of wickets.
If reaching Australia for the very first time in 2018-19 was a high, India reiterated that glory in 2020-21. Between October 2016 and March 2020, India remained the #1 test side for an astonishing 42 months. In 2021, India inflicted a rare defeat to South Africa in Centurion, where the hosts had lost only 2 tests in history. They followed it up with an iconic win over England in Lords, where England was set a target of 272 in 60 overs. For 60 overs, they should feel hell out there, was the war cry from Kohli. India wrapped it up in 51.5. The consistency has helped India reach the final of the World Test Championships twice in 2021 and 2023. They have now won 17 consecutive Test series at home, a streak that began by defeating Australia in 2013. And with the win over Bangladesh, Rohit and company have taken a step closer to fight for the elusive title a third time.